is Joanne Francis, and welcome to the world of subtle energy. This video series is based upon the information that I've been downloading over the last 7 years that is in regards to the sixth sense that we have not been told about. For the majority of the people, if not everyone walking this planet, the vast majority of these people are only being taught the original 5 senses, that we can see things, we can hear things, we can smell things and taste things. Those are all important aspects that have gotten us to this point of artificial intelligence, if you will, that has gotten us to this point in our civilization. And I want to share with you some facets and some fascinating things about that, simply because it is needed in order for us to live a whole and balanced life. For decades now, we've been taught and educated on how to look inside of ourselves and look at our inner self and try to figure that out so that we can become that purposeful living creature walking this earth. And it's because of that that we have kind of at the same time neglected to teach us some important things that are necessary, because right now the energetic field that I have surrounding me, the energetic field that flows through me, is not that far off from the same one that flows through you. And because your energy system and my energy system are circumnavigating, it's those two it's those two magnetic attractions, if you will, or polar opposites, if you will, that causes a lot of grief in our lives that we don't necessarily need. And so my goal is to share with you this journey of what I've learned about subtle energy, because there are several facets that are so important to us. We have this energetic pattern that surrounds us. It's called our aura. And we have an energetic pattern that flows through us. And that energetic pattern that surrounds us is actually a line of defense for us to go out into this world. And if you've ever hung out in any of my seminars or sessions before, you know that I like to speak about what it must have been like for the cave dwellers, for the human forms that dwelled in caves. Now remember, their brain power was not as superior as ours is today. So they relied on their sixth sense, on that energy that they didn't know, but when they walked out, they were sensing the world around them. Much like you do when you walk into a party, or you walk into church, or you walk into a seated gathering of some kind and you have to take a seat. You are sensing the room, and what you're looking for is where you will feel most comfortable, right? And that is that sixth sense doing its job for you. How many of you have been in a circumstance or a situation, and all of a sudden the hairs on the back of your neck prick up, and you have no idea? You didn't hear anything, you don't see anything, and you're wondering what in the world is going on. That's your sixth sense. And so by learning the sixth sense and understanding more about it, then you can walk out into the world and you can go into your job or into the family gathering and have a better sense of being and better sense of balance, especially energetically, because you now have an understanding of just what is going on in this world. And unfortunately, when we attach the actions and the words of other people into that same power system, it can have a very negative impact on you. And so my goal is to teach this subtle energy so that you can begin to understand it better yourself. And from there, I want to talk to you about the many different ways you can use the frequencies, vibrational energetic frequencies, if you will, that will help you lead a more energetically balanced life. If you understand more about why that room when you walk in makes you feel that way, then you can better adjust and prepare yourself so that when you do open the door, you are ready for whatever energy is being thrown at you. Because it's one thing when we have one person that's not happy in front of us. And we know that because we are not just sensing it, but we see it. They may be speaking to us. We may hear it if they're crying. But if they weren't saying anything, you would still know. If they sat there stone-faced cold, you would still know. And it's that energy they are emitting that you are picking up. Once you understand these energetic patterns that are flowing around and we're navigating them sometimes horribly, and I will certainly attest to that, which is, by the way, a great way for me to add this disclaimer. I don't feel that I'm anything special. I never have. In fact, I can remember a particular client not too long ago that when I told her, hey, like I did just a few minutes ago with you, hey, I'm an average Joanne. I don't really feel that I am any different than any other human form walking this earth. But I am very, very, very specialized in my career. I am a highly advanced trained cosmetologist in hair and hair color, in the science, in makeup, in skincare. I am highly specialized in that world. Otherwise, I'm still just an average person. You know how we tend to take the person's career and make that what they are. Well, sometimes that's not the case. And so by understanding this world of subtle energy and the patterns that flow through you and how they get disrupted in what I call power trips and power shifts, then you're just better off having it. You're going to be better off because you're going to have a defense mechanism that's going to help you use what you already have within you. And it's going to help you use that defense system so that it's automatic. So that when you start to wonder what the heck is going on in this chaotic world, you might be able to make some sense of it. Why are people losing their shit? Is it me? Is it you? Is it them? Is it all of us together as a society? Of course it is. Because what is in one person is a reflection of what is in the whole society. And so my goal, as I've said again and again and again, so hang on and let's get into this world of subtle energy.